And welcome back to number one sports ground here at Newcastle for the second semi-final between Terrigal, Avoca and Newcastle City in the Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup. Terrigal, Avoca are currently leading 40 points to 12. Just a slight score correction there at the end of that first quarter. Want to make sure everyone's all above board. So off we go again.
Harper wins the tap down there, only as far as Stewart. They'll be looking for Stewart to lift the Newcastle City coaching. If he can start lifting, that'll certainly help Newcastle City get back in the game, currently trailing by 28 points.
Would have been an interesting huddle. There's a lot of discussion going on in that City huddle there, Gaz, at quarter time. A lot of talking, and let's hope they've worked out their formations and their structures.
Dawes taps it out there. Going back to the race of the ball is Baker. He overruns it though. Stewart gets it, goes to ground for a trip, and a free kick goes the way of Anthony Stewart. He looks there to move the ball across. It comes there now. Back it comes to Riley Lang. Lang there looked to go further across there to Bailey. Done a good job so far, Betson. Under pressure, however, now from Goulet. Goulet takes him, or then goes high. Should have been around the neck there. Free kick to Bailey, but not called, not seen by umpire Stephen Bloom.
Yeah, he's lucky there, Goulet. He did he did good work, but he put his arm a bit too high over the shoulder. You called it from here, Gaz.
Yeah, first tackle was good. Second, not so good. So up we go there now. Dawes gets it back there now to Lonnon on the left boot. Over the head there it comes in. Nice one-handed mark taken by Josh Avis. Done a good job playing on Webster. Comes back there now to Mitch Knight. Goes in there long in the direction. Courtney Knight. Well held at the moment by Hart. Hart was the one who spoiled it there. Josh Wheeler goes in there. Gets a handball quickly out there to Rawnsley. Also in there is Hart for Terrigal, Avoca, and so's Delahunty. Rawnsley picks it up. Pure strength. Tries to force his way out. They come there. Scrimmage has certainly developed there. And we're going to have a ball up right at centre half forward. Newcastle's end of the ground. Currently trailing by 28 points.
Good to see Rawnsley with that strength. The red head erupting through that volcano of a pack of players.
Harper and Dawes. Dawes holds the edge of his ground. Taps it down there. Gillingham can't take it. He's tackled immediately by Lamb. Going to be another ball up here.
Yeah, City need them. It's an understatement already, guys. They're 28 points down. They do need to get the next one, and they're right into the park. But Courtney Knight just hasn't seen any of the play so far.
No, so well held by James Hart. James Polglade gets it. Comes back there now. Goes through the legs there of Pete Van Dam. He hurries, gets a handball out, but only goes into the legs of Mitchell Knight. We're going to have another ball up.
Yeah, all the players up the spine of the park here. No wingers, no one on the flanks, just all up the middle of the park. And that just shows you how much each of these players want the ball.
Comes again, looking to clearance, both sides getting out. Bishop can't get it. He bounces it like a basketball. It comes back there now to James Polglade. Out it comes to Delahunty. Spearing kick looking for Betson. He's got a yard on Bailey and Betson. They're not going to foil him from there. And he takes the mark. Probably the kicking distance. We'll be able to get a good judge here of how strong that wind is.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
I'll see whether he can make the distance. Normally wouldn't have too much trouble. If he comes in there, hits the ball, not the best kick. It's going to hold up in the square though. Goulet's down there. He's certainly going to be a free kick there. That is just pure strength there by John O'Goulet. He was able to hold his opponent off, and then when the ball fell short, his only instinct with Newcastle City defender, Mark Lonnon, to fall over the top of him.
He was all over him like a bad cardigan, wasn't he? He had no hope. He was never going to get paid that free kick because the defender from City, he was remonstrating. He was on his knees and remonstrating and begging that there was never a free kick there, but all in sundry it was. As John O'Goulet walks in, he could kick his third here.
He has kicked his third, and that's an important one for Terrigal, Avoca to get that first goal. Good work there by John O'Goulet on 3 goals. He's certainly been a real handful for the City defence.
His form was class last week, and he's continuing that into this week. Purple patch is exactly where you want to be in finals football, and he is showing that he is in his purple patch for sure. John O'Goulet. So, Terrigal, Avoca, 7-4-46, lead Newcastle City at 2 goals straight on the Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup scoreboard.
You just might notice there with the vision, actually, we've got a camera on the ground. Our camera in the grandstand is not working at the moment. Unfortunately, we've lost the link. So
they're working hard to fix that too, Gaz, so hopefully we'll get it back.
Yeah, so anyway, so you have to put it, we're on the ground level. So down it comes there now. Dawes up against Harper. Harper taps it over the back. Goes there, good knock there by Delahunty. Taken in mid-air, however. Kicking in the direction of Rawnsley up against Richardson. Plenty of experience between those two. Rawnsley swings on the left boot. Looks in there for Knight. Doesn't quite get there under Grendel. Good pressure from Grendel. Lamb on the right boot. Gets it there back to Delahunty again. Mitch Knight's there. Delahunty with a handy hand to actually knock the ball, but they're going back further now to Healy. Newcastle City look in the centre of the ground there. Can't take him by Stewart. He handballs it up there to Numbers. Going to fall nicely for Avitz. Tackled by Delahunty. Gets a hurried kick in there. Out goes Josh Polglade. Back through the legs there of Rawnsley. Up against Lewis. No one can pick it up. We're going to have another ball up.
City just look a bit nervous in their attacking plays at the moment because they haven't really done a lot of attacking so far this game, apart from early in the game. They just look a bit lost, actually, a bit nervous on that play.
Yeah, just their skill level's just not quite there. They're not executing just the basic skills of finding a target. Sometimes those targets are only 25, 30 metres, and then that's putting them under even more pressure.
On the training pitch, mate, they'd hit them every day of the week.
Yeah, normally in a game they hit every day of the week. Big knock there, big fist, but it's going to come back to Jason Van Dam. He's going to get it on the right boot. Kicks out in the direction of Tom Head up against Healy. The boundary line's also leading in the race, but Head's able to get it. No, he doesn't. He's happy to see the ball over line for a boundary throw-in.
Yeah,
just a little misty rain at the moment.
I was going to say the weather's starting to come, is it, Gaz?
Yeah, just looking a little bit misty at the moment, the rain.
That'll make it very, very difficult for trying to play catch-up football.
Yeah, plenty of rain during the week in this region, Ivan. There's no doubt about that, and we've done well to have the ground in such good nick. So full credit to Peter Terry and his crew. Backer comes in out of Grentel, goes in there, Knight looking there. They're looking to get a goal any way they can. In front of the Cardiff tent there. Cardiff up against Killarney Vale in the first semi-final next, immediately following this game.
5.5 hours of Gazza and Ivan. What more could you want, Gaz?
That's the picture. Everyone wants that. As down it comes there now. Dawes gets it uncontested in the ruck. Taps in the direction of Healy. Gets it, take the one hand on the right boot. Has a snap and goal. That's what they want. That's what they want. Michael Healy. Great snap goal. Deep in the pocket. And Newcastle City, as the rain comes down heavier now, is just what they were looking for.
Geez, that was a good goal. He was on the tightest of angles you could possibly imagine, and the rain is really coming down now, Gaz. And but Michael Healy, tight angle, heavy congested of play, and stuck it on his boot and put it through. Perfectly weighted.
Yeah, good work. And as I said, just what was required. Once again, the rain's coming down. Just looks like it's going to be just a little shower, passing shower. Not sure when it'll pass, but it's just passing.
Poor old cameraman out on the sideline from Bar TV. He's copying it. He's under heavy weather there.
He's looking
for an umbrella
support.
holder.
Yeah, where's my support coming from? Down they come there now. So we'll be gone in 5 minutes anyway. Backer comes there now to Lewis. Handballs it back there. Under pressure, but Richardson gets it. Kicks it off the ground. A foot races on again. Van Dam up against Healy. Pete Van Dam there. He goes to have a kick off the ground. No World Cup skills there for Pete. He had an air swing. But there goes down. The Stewart's diving on there. Spoiled the kick by Knight. Back it comes there now to Lonnon. Lonnon on the right boot. Goes long there. Go the direction there of Healy. The last goal kick. A great goal it was as well. Back it comes in there. Good kick. Spoiling kick might have been from O'Brien. Lonnon gets it. Ball getting a little bit slippery now, however. Back it comes there. Head up against Lang. Heads over the ball. Lang's done a good job keeping goal. He's going to get a free kick there to Tom Head.
Yeah, Josh Willard is too excited.
On immediately to Bishop. On the go, he goes on the left boot. Bets him one out with Bailey. Good work, Bailey. In the front of the pack was Polglaze. He gets it, snaps it, a goal. Across the face.
Just across the face. You could just see Chris Bishop there. You could see he summed up the play very, very well. He had 2-on-2 up front. He didn't want to hold back and let too many people drive into that forward line. He was quick to play it on. Josh Wheeler now gets it in the back pocket.
Goes in there short now to Bailey. Some measured build-up from Newcastle City. Trying to get their skills going. Bailey now is going to take a risky kick there. It's not going to make it. It's going to fall to James Polglaze. He was looking for Avers, a very ambitious kick. James Polglaze looking for their a bit of a 50-metre free kick. Comes there now. Polglaze spearing in there, looking in the direction there. Look, it's going to go through everybody there, but plenty of numbers back as Wheeler. Good pressure there from Goulet. Never gives up anything he does. Back it comes to Avers. Good pickup. Brushes away from Bishop. He goes out wide. Out in the direction of Lonnon. Lonnon and Wheeler look like they've swapped positions. As also in there is Healy. He picks it up. Good shepherd by Lonnon. Healy on the right booted. Good kick needed. Doesn't it? Finds the grass. Kirkman gets it there now. Rawnsley certainly adding plenty of starch up in the forward line. Handball the back to Courtney Knight. His first possession of the day is a handball. Not a great one at that either as Billings. Now on the left boot, comes back, kicked by Town. He looks in there for Gillingham. Richardson at the back. A double-fisted pump from Richardson. Borton's roving. He gets a good handball to Grentel. And Terrigal Avoca once again repelled, but for how long? As Dawes went to take the big mark, slipped, and then just took a contested mark over Bishop.
He was still taller than Bishop anyway.
Only about 2 foot in it. Even that was after Dawes slipped. As Dawes kicks in there looking for Stewart, and Stewart takes the mark. Going to be able to have a shot on goal there. That looked quite funny, didn't it? Dawes against Bishop. Dawes slips and still a bit taller than Bishop.
Exactly. Still. And I'm just watching young Ben Lamb here on the bench here for Terrigal Avoca. Kicked the first goal of the day. He's been on the bench for about 3 or 4 minutes, checking all his teeth through in there. A bit of claret around, so he must have just copped a stray elbow or something there. But just making sure his smile is still pearly white.
Stewart, pearly white, just doesn't quite get onto that. He pushes it across. Knight goes up. Out of bounds. On the full.
On the full.
Free kick. Still a 29-point advantage in the advantage of Terrigal Avoca. we've played nearly almost 10 minutes in the second quarter. Alistair Richardson was trying to get it. That's one way of trying to get the ball in his hands, but umpires were alert to that. It's going to be back to Smith. So Smith kicks it out wide, looking in the direction. Up the high fly was Avers. Falls down there to Jace Van Dam. Gets it on the left boot. Doesn't go far though. Back it comes down now. Flint picks it up back to Borton. Sam Borton. Oh, gee, I'm on my right, but this is dangerous. A dangerous area. It was always going to be dangerous. As soon as Sam got onto his left-right boot, and he's kicked into a very, very dangerous position, and Joe Reedy takes a strong mark, and the youngster is going to line up 30 metres out from goal, directly in front.
Yeah, great coach by Joe Reedy too. He took it and got hit pretty hard and swung around, but held onto the ball as he rolls in.
Look, ball pushes it across.
And he's got it though.
It's all right. It snuck in, however.
You would have heard the silence go around the ground, guys. Everyone was like, is that in or not? Everyone on the field, everyone on the sidelines were just like very, very quiet for about a second. And then all of a sudden the cheers went up. Joe Reedy gets his first, and well done to the City. They're starting to climb back into it. And more importantly, they're kicking straight. 4 goals straight. That's what's keeping him in the game at the moment. 4 scoring shots to 12 so far.
Even Reedy himself wasn't that sure whether it actually was going to sneak through. So
must have got a nice little bit of gust of wind or something like the last kick of the last couple of minutes of its flight, because it was very, very quiet before it went through.
Certainly was. So anyway, good goal all the same. 23 points the margin now. Still in favour of Terrigal Avoca, the minor premiers. Once again, the winners of this game, straight through into the grand final. Borton jumps over the top of doors, comes down there nicely by Delahunty on the right boot. Pole goes into the tall timber, it goes. Good spoiling down there by the City defence. Tom Head picks it up, though, gets it back to Delahunty. Can't take it, though, under pressure from City defence. Comes in there also down there.
Big pack of players. They're all gathering around. There's a lot of players in the forward line here for Terrigal Avoca. Ball goes up. Dawes contest. Good punch from Dawes too. Only as far as...
Goes out there now to Rawnsley. Up there. Coming out there against Borton there. Gets a handball back. It comes there now to Delahunty. Goes back there to Richardson. Tackles the ball up.
Yeah, there's some heavy contested balls around the ground here at the moment, Gaz. A lot of players around the park just want that ball, and just not the cleanest of football you're going to see here today, but they just got to do what they've got to do.
Just an interesting note, though, Ivan. I just noticed looking out there, and even on the bench, there's only 3 on the bench, and there doesn't appear to be any James Webster, not on the ground, not on the bench. So we'll try and find out what's happened to Webster, of course, the 2013 Elliot Davey medal winner, and probably the pivotal midfielder there. As back it comes there now. Out handball from Terrigal Avoca. Back to Smith. Back there to Kirkman. Pressure now from City. This is better by the Blues. That handball's not so good, though. There's Delahunty there. A bit scrappy this by Flint. No one really wants it. That little shower certainly made that little bit slippery out there. Should have made a free kick to City, but Knight gets it there now. On the right boot. How's it going to sit?
2-1.
Over the head of Keith. They had the numbers there, City, but Jace Van Dam very rarely gets, but he kicks in there looking for Bishop. Payne Spool. They're hung in the air too long for the skipper, but Luke Rawnsley now. He gets it on the left boot. Looks for Keith. He's got the height if he can get there. Can't take the mark. Good pressure from Damon Smith. He gets a chop out there by Richardson. Back it comes to Van Dam, and he clears it out there in the direction of Sam O'Brien. Off the ground goes O'Brien. If it sits nicely, Pete, then Van Dam could be away. It does on the left boot. Looking for Goulet. Wheeler's up against him. Goulet lays a big tackle. That's out of bounds. A boundary throw in.
Yeah, good play by Goulet, and he's just making sure that Josh Wheeler knew all about it. But, geez, Josh Wheeler, he doesn't give an inch either. He's been up and about again today. We're seeing Cam Grintel coming onto the park.
Interesting news for Terrigal Avoca has come through that Jimmy Webster's actually hurt his ankle. He's actually on crutches.
Is that right?
Yes, so that's
big news.
Big news for Terrigal Avoca. And look, certainly
makes today's win even more important. Give him a week off. Pivotal
there. So anyway, free kick there now. Turn it across. Back again. Handball. Back it comes to Healy. He gets knocked out of his hand. Payne picks it up. Plenty of numbers in there for Terrigal Avoca. Dawes gets it out there. They're out now, though. City through Reedy. On the right boot, looking for Lonnon. Too long for him, but chipping in there is Gillingham. Gillingham outside 50, probably too far out to score. Knight makes a lead. Keith makes the lead. He's got the height. Good work by Jason Van Dam. Keith goes to ground. Van Dam keeps his feet. Goes out the back there now. Good tap by Josh Polgraves over his head to Granell. This is better from City, though. They've really lifted at the moment their intensity. They can think they can get back in the game. Back it comes to Wilmot. He's tackled by Josh Polgraves. It's going to be a ball up.
When you see someone of the size of Cameron Keith throwing himself around, that really lifts his teammates around him. And that's exactly what he's doing out there. He's lifted Cameron Keith. He's hungry for the ball now, and you can see the City guys, they're going with him.
Yeah. So we're going to have a ball up.
In the attacking part of the ground for City, they need to get another goal here, Gaz.
Up they go. Coming there, Borton. Good tap out that comes to Smith. He can't take it, though. Under pressure, lays a tackle there on the City players. And they're going to get up again. That was Gillingham, the last man up. Hands the ball back to the umpire, and we'll start again. Just a little bit of a miss still out there. The main range gone. Handball comes out there now. Back comes the Polgo. Bishop slips over. The surface has got very slippery. There's no doubt about that. All the rain during the week. And certainly the game has certainly tightened up. Not as free-flowing as what it was.
Yeah, we knew that would happen. Add a bit of water and it does go like that. But the good thing is, mate, is that there are still crowds coming in. It's fantastic to see the crowd still coming in on this inclement day. Good support for the Black Diamond AFL.
Back it comes in. It goes in there. Left foot kick coming by Baker. Kicked the goal in the first quarter. Kicked the first goal. Comes back to Knight. He tries to get it, but only kicks as far as Billings.
That's not 15.
Billings goes back.
Interesting option there by Courtney Knight. He knew he had no hope of trying to get it through the goal, so just put it to the top of the square. Wasn't enough, but gets the point, and it's their first point of the day. 4-1, 25, Newcastle City on the Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup scoreboard.
So it goes out of bounds. Touched. Yeah, certainly the goals are hard to come by at the moment. Certainly tightened up. Only got one goal, Terrigal, Avoca this quarter. Newcastle City have also only got the one, or they might have the two majors.
Yeah, two major City this quarter.
One to Rudy, one to Healy. Comes out there now, looking there, tackling there by Payne. Certainly the gang tackling at the moment, Newcastle City. It's going to be a ball up there by Josh Duffy Sykes.
The interesting thing on that James Webster situation too, Gaz, is that if he's out and you've still got Ben Lamb on the sideline, he's really holding his jaw in his mouth. He's still getting worked on him like 10 minutes later. If they start losing players and all of a sudden they don't have a bench left, just a game of attrition might end up catching up with them because City seem to still have their full contingent. But Terrigal Avoca, they might be two blokes down now.
So boundary throwing out in the far side of the ground. The numbers could certainly be a battle of attrition there. Comes down, they can't tackle there as Healy. Certainly turned into a real scrimmage at the moment. No one can get a clear possession. So Terrigal Avoca at the moment, they can see that they can see that Newcastle City are making a charge and they're just trying to hold sway here.
Just breaking news on that one too. Ben Lamb has now taken his jumper off, Gaz. He's putting another like a warmer jumper on. I reckon he's out of the game.
I reckon he might be out of the game as well. They might be taking him. That's not good news for Terrigal. So they could be down two players. As Polglaze on the right boot now goes into attack. They're looking for head up against Lang. Good battle there. Good battle of strength. Back it comes to Wheeler. Free kick, however. Free kick's going to go the way of Tom Head. You're out too far out to score. What they're going to do is...
They just need to settle a little bit here at Terrigal Avoca. They're just a little bit dishevelled, really, across the park, and that's just the nature of this game. But they've got the class to be able to lift it back into where they want it to be, which is just a skillful game, but you're not going to do it with kicks like that.
Looking in there for Betts, and Woods ball there by Town. Whelan gets a kick. Back it comes there now to Town again. On the right boot. Goes in there. Calls for Haswell. Where they go? They've got an open forward line City. Can they use it? Haswell. Good kick in there to Gillingham. He should take the mark. He gets it there now. Swings around. Goes on the right boot. Looks out there in the direction of Courtney Knight. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Wow. Good work.
First mark of the day.
Courtney Knight, league's leading goal kicker, takes the mark in front of Jared Flint. Good work. Better build up. Got a good open forward line.
Yep.
And Courtney Knight now can go back and look to reduce the margin to 16 points.
Yeah, first mark of the day at the 18th minute mark of the second quarter is not what Courtney would have expected. As he rolls in, he's going to skip over the 43-metre line there and lean back a little bit on, but they're clapping it through already, Gaz. First goal to Courtney Knight for the day. He doesn't get too many chances, but he makes every single one of them count, Courtney.
Yeah, we spoke about Courtney Knight during the year. As a key forward, he's heavily marked. He's not a tall player, so he relies a lot on his agility and that type of thing. So he can go quarters and quarters without touching. Then all of a sudden, before you know it, he kicks 2-3 goals, and then before you know, he ends the day with 5 goals.
Well, that's his 77th for the year, and that's just a fantastic return from any player.
Yeah, and he's got his first, but he always takes a good player. So it's and more importantly, from a Newcastle City, which he coaches, all of a sudden it's back to within 16 points. 16 points,
7-5-47 to 5-1-31 on the Wilson Security scoreboard. Of course, quick thank you to all of our sponsors, of course, Wilson Security, Prime 7, Star 104.5, BLK, the Newcastle Herald and Sports Coast Trophies and Embroidery. But it looks like we've got a blood rule here too, Gaz. He's coming off, which is another Terrigal Avoca for a Terrigal Avoca. So we'll do a bit of a change up there. And
the other thing you look down there also, Ivan, is Jay Lewis, who went into the game coming back from a hamstring injury. He's down there trying to strap up a hamstring as well. So it's a walking wounded for Terrigal Avoca here at the moment.
Yep.
So,
they've just sent
Ben Lamb.
Ben Lamb's gone.
Yeah.
Sam Broughton's just come off with a blood rule or something. They've had to send him off.
And that's not good news for Jay Lewis. He's actually got that hamstring iced. So he's out of the game as well. So you got Webster's out for Terrigal Avoca on crutches with an ankle. Jay Lewis has got the hamstring. It's gone for the day. Ben Lamb's gone to hospital. It doesn't matter because Bishop gets it and spears it straight into Goulet. And Goulet's going to line up. So it's going to take a courageous effort here at the moment. The only person they've got on the bench at the moment is Sam Broughton, who's off for the blood rule.
This could be a famous victory, Gaz.
Well, the thing in their advantage is they're 16 points in front, and John O'Goulet's going to line up for goal number 4. He's certainly a headache for the Newcastle City defence. But Goulet is going to come in, runs in, strikes the ball. It looks good. He's happy they're calling touched. All clears a call, though. It's a goal to Goulet.
Cheeky little touch call there by Josh Wheeler, but it wasn't going to count because John O'Goulet's kicked his 4th for the day. And they really, really need him to fire now, and he's doing everything he possibly can to drag his team to a great victory and a grand final spot, of course. Let's not forget, as we said, Gaz, all of a sudden you've got 3 or 4 players who are injured. You really need this victory this week to give you that week off and that extra recovery because you don't want to go into next week's game with players down.
Oh, certainly. It's that time of year where, it's like a Lewis who's done his hamstring. It's the 3rd time he's done it in a couple of weeks, and he'll be out. He won't play grand final.
No.
He will not play the grand final. I'll make that call right now. Webster on crutches. That could be just precaution to take all the weight off it early. So
Benny Lamb's joy. He wasn't happy about it. They worked on him for a long time, so he might be worried about having a small fracture or something like that.
Good call there by Phil. He was happy with that one. He just was putting a bit of rubbish in the bin is what he was doing. But anyways, Enright picks up, spears it in, looking for Dawes. He can't take the mark under pressure from Van Dam. Haswell picks it up, brushes the tackle of Smith on the right boot there, gets it across the face of goal. Knight there, 3 against 1. Knight goes in there, but they're going to have the numbers there as Hart gets it. He's going to steady, gets on the right boot, kicks it out in the direction of Head. Head up against Lane. Good mark, Tom Head. Strength, got the hands out. And a good mark. Where's his next target? Betson's going to be his next target. He gets it. That's a nice spearing pass. Good hands by Betson also. The conditions aren't too bad. He took that out. That's not the best kick by Betson, however. It's going to fall now for Healy. That's a wasted opportunity for Terrigal Avoca. Healy gets a handball to Towan. They're going to try and run it out through hands, but then kicking by Towan. Out it comes to Gillingham. Gillingham marks in front of Grentel. On the centre wing, Newcastle City. Trailing at the moment by 22 points. Kicks across the other side of the ground. Calling there is Keats. Chipping in is O'Brien. Also is McMahon can't take the mark. Keats gets it. He's tackled immediately. High, however, by Harper. And Brendan Harper tackling there for Keats. And Keats gets a free kick. He goes inboard looking for Stewart. Once again, that's that sloppy kick we're talking about, Ivan.
And sideways too, guys. They're not going anywhere.
But they're going to get out of it all right now. It's Healy who's been a good player for City. And he finds Enright. Numbers back for Terrigal Avoca. They got the wall back there. They need to be very smart with this. As Enright, he sees a lead from Mitch Knight, spears it in there, but he's under pressure, however, by Smith. Falls to Gibson. Handball it back to Stewart. Back further to Lang. He drops the ball. Took his eye at the last minute. Stewart in there, but Wheeler keeps going hard at it. Well done by Harper. He tries the banana kick. It doesn't work as Enright picks it up. Tackled immediately by O'Brien. Ball's the call. Play on, says the umpire. Dawes picks it, puts the bumper bar out, and we're going to have a ball up.
Pure, just adrenaline running through the players there to try to push that ball forward. No one can get a clean possession, but they're just bumping it forward every chance they get, City.
McMahon comes out, handball there, comes to Borton. A boundary throw in.
Yeah, right into the park too for City. Again, they're, as you said, 22 points down. They get another one here, and all of a sudden they're within 3 goals and looking better than they did at the end of the first quarter, but they just need to convert. There wouldn't be too many... what's this all about? He's found something here. Chris Bishop doesn't like it. Connor Haswell has the ball, though.
On the boundary throw.
No, he's going to bring him back around.
Back around there. Interesting free kick awarded there, because I'm not exactly sure what that would be for.
Could it be for lip or something like that, Gaz?
But I'm not sure you pay it where he's paid it, though. He's paid it on the boundary line.
Yeah. Anyway, Connor Haswell's got it.
Goes in there, goes out wide, plays on, has a snap. It's not going to come around enough, however.
Not enough.
Through from behind.
Enough. Well worth the effort, though, from Connor Haswell. There was just no other options inside the inside the 50, so you might as well have a ping from there.
5-2-32, 8-5-53. 21 points to the good. Terrigal Avoca.
Mate, Wilson Security, of course, Australia's largest and most innovative security provider. For all your security needs, call Wilson Security on 1300 Wilson.
Bishop kicks it out wide direction there of Goulet in front of Gibson, although it doesn't go there. Goes over his head there. Coming in hard with Stewart. Going hard also. Should have been in the back there against Wheeler on Kirkman. Kirkman goes back. Gets it O'Brien. Quick hands to Pete Van Dam. He can't take it though. Comes back to Haswell. Good use of the hand. Back it comes to Gibson. Back it comes to Keast. Handball back now to Town. On the right boot he goes. Town for goal. Has it got the distance? No, it hasn't. Touched on the line by Josh Polglaze.
Getting a bit willing to. Getting a bit willing out there. Some of the boys are just starting to look at each other in the eye a bit more seriously now, Gaz. And not lovingly either.
No. Almost half-time here. We've been going 25 minutes. Kicked out by Polglaze. Out it comes towards the wing. Gibson's going to fly. Goulet flies. No one can take the mark, however. Stewart gets it. Out in the full.
Out in the full.
Free kick there. Going in the direction of Terrigal Avoca. The way of Terrigal Avoca with Corey Billings to take the free kick. On the half-back flank at the moment. Kicks in short there. Looking for Grentel. Grentel takes a mark on the half-back flank. The right boot kicks it in there, goes in there. Now looking for Delahunty. Up he goes. Coming down there. His head also coming down there. That was there was Lang. Picked up there by Rawns. He can't get it. Goes to head. Tackled over the line. Going to have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, they're still trying their hardest, City, to keep it up here, but they're just losing the grip on this one a little bit. Terrigal Avoca are just looking a little bit rattled. They just worked so hard in defence for the last couple of minutes that there's not a lot left in the tank.
So Wilmot now gets it. He's going to run away. Has a bounce. Looks at where's that going to go. Where's the target? He runs it there. Comes out to meet him there with Smith. Handball it back to Haswell. Kick in there to Knight. Knight's going to line him up. Mitch Knight lines him up and misses to the left.
Jeez, it was good hands too by Haswell.
That was great build up there. Started back with Wilmot back there. And Connor Haswell, he's only 16, 17 years of age. Looks a really, really good player.
And running in numbers too. Saw the City. They just poured out of the back line there. Had 3 or 4 options. And that's what City need to do for the rest of the day.
Just need to convert it in. Oh, that goes in short. A short kick there. Hung in the air a long time. But Jace Van Dam was good enough to take the mark. On the left boot he goes. Kicks out there looking for Betson. Betson calls him in and he calls Pete Van Dam out and Betson takes the mark. His next target is James Polglaze. Up there against Baker and Polglaze takes the mark. Good build up by Terrigal Avoca. Just forward of the centre wing, however. 2 kicks out from goal. As Polglaze on the right boot looks in there for Head. He comes out. He's got it. Tom Head
good grab.
Takes a strong mark. Great build-up by the Panthers.
Yeah, much better play for the Panthers. That's the Panthers we know. Very clean, very precise, very clinical. Well done. And the other good news is, Gaz, the second camera's back up, brother.
Beautiful, and so is the sun. Everything's just happening here at the moment. Ken Head for Terrigal Avoca. Comes in, left boot, strikes the ball. No, across the face, is going to go out of bounds on the full.
Wow.
Missed the target movement by 20 metres. But anyway, a let off there for Newcastle City. Just setting the mark there. On we go now to half-time. 19 points to good at the moment. Terrigal Avoca. Been an entertaining first half of football. First quarter was very free-flowing. Second's just been a war of attrition. Certainly a war for Terrigal Avoca. Down to 1 on the bench. That's not very good kick there by Luke Rawnsley.
No, that's the rust coming out of you. Game rust.
He passed that straight. I think it might have been Josh Avis, but trouble was Josh Avis was sitting on the interchange bench at the time. As Pete now gets it, kicks it into a dangerous area. The big flyers need us. Up they go. Good work by the City defence. Prevented space from Terrigal Avoca forward. Down it comes to Payne.
Nice work.
Sam Payne clears out. Good, they've got the number. Gets over the back here with Gilliam. Good work there by Flint. Back it comes now to Josh Polglaze. Back it comes to Flint on the right boot again. But Rawnsley's back there. He gets it patrolling across half back there now. Looking for Wilmot. Sam O'Brien, a big fist. Falls in the direction of Kirkman. He puts his head down. It's going to be a free kick.
He wore that. He wore that heavily too, but great courage there by Gavin Kirkman.
Good work by Gavin Kirkman. Good work. Doesn't shirk an issue, Gavin Kirkman.
No way.
Really, really strong effort.
And mind you, he can wear a headband like no one else.
Here comes their boundary. Almost half time here. Back it comes to Bishop on the right boot. And it's half time at number 1 Sports Ground in the second semi-final. And at half time, Terrigal Avoca 8-5-53. Leading Newcastle City 5-4-34.
Goal kickers for Newcastle City, one to Courtney Knight, one to Joe Reedy, one to Michael Healy, Ian Baker and Jacob Dawes. For Terrigal Avoca, one to James Polglaze, Mitch Betson, Ben Lamb, Alistair Richardson. But the story of the day so far, John O'Goulet, 4 goals for Terrigal Avoca.
Yeah, good effort there, boy. Good first half. Terrigal will take a 19-point lead into the second half. But the stories are back down to just the one on the bench. Will that have an impact?
Well, maybe, but much better quarter. They got back a couple of extra points there, City. They'll certainly go in there with their tails up and they'll say, boys, come on, we're only halfway. We've got a lot to do, but they can certainly do it. So we'll be back soon for the second half of the second semi-final of the Wilson Security Black Diamond Cup between Terrigal and Avoca and Newcastle City, live from number 1 Sports Ground here in Newcastle.